Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're going to go quick on this one. We got people eating. We don't want to interrupt their lunch here. People that watch my channel say, oh my gosh, not this again. Still Reserve. Most people that watch my channel, however, cannot get this version, the 6%. This is sold in Louisiana and some other select states. Most of the United States gets the 8% or 8.1%.
8.1. I tried the 8.1 in Hawaii and 2 years ago, and I was not a fan. But yeah, Jay commented on my review and said, "Hey, you got to try the 6% version. You know, you'll have a different perception."
And
So here we are.
Yeah, and it's got some nice smoke. And I tell all the fans that watch, or the viewers, if you want to say, they'll say often, "Oh, that stuff's terrible, terrible." I say, "You're talking about the 8.1, right?" "Well, yeah, Still Reserve." I say, "You realize there's a 6%." Generally, they say, "I didn't know that." They weren't aware. This one is much milder, I think you'll find.
Okay.
I'm not trying to trumpet it before you taste it. That's been my experience. We used to get the 8.1 here, and I didn't care for it too much. When this showed up in '03, the 8.1 was out of our state, and I don't know. It's probably a distributor decision more than the Miller decision.
Yeah.
Because it's been owned by Miller since 2001. They bought it out from an independent company.
Okay, so they were, in fact, originally independent.
It was called Mackenzie River Corporation.
Oh, they're the same company that owned St. Ides.
St. Ides.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they were more of a brand developer than an actual brewery. Miller may have made it for them all along.
Okay.
But they might have said, well, heck, we'll just buy it from you. And they might have said, oh, no, here's what we'll pay you. Oh, yes. That kind of thing.
Offer you can't refuse.
Right. I don't think Mackenzie River Corporation ever actually had their own facilities.
Okay.
You know, those kind of things.
The appearance. It's a somewhat hazy golden color, actually. There's a bit of haze in there.
And it's a much deeper gold than the Busch.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Reasonably effervescent. The head's dissipated really quickly for me. Yeah, it must just be this glass.
I don't know if it's yeah, it might be, because this one seems clear.
Yeah.
That might have a film on it. That New York Giants glass.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Busch seemed quite clear. Yeah. Can be deceptive.
Or it could be slightly smoked. That's affecting this differently than it did the Busch. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, although I've watched many science fiction movies.
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah. A bit of sweet grain, although it's relatively faint. But that's all I can really get from it.
Very faint. That 8.1 is going to have a much stronger bouquet.
Oh, it did. Yeah, if I remember rightly. Yeah. Had a kind of tartness to it. Yeah, even in the aroma. Yeah.
Ready to dive in?
Yep, let's dive in.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Much different than the Busch.
That is a really different beer to the 8.1. Like chalk and cheese, really. Yeah. That's really nice. Smooth. Leaning towards full-bodied. You're getting those sweet grains up front. No real bitterness to speak of. I can't really detect any hop presence in this.
It's a very round beer. They probably have enough hop extract to balance out the beer being overly sweet. There is a honey note, I notice.
Yeah, you're quite right, actually. Yeah. It's got quite a high viscosity, not oily, but just a sort of smoothness that a regular lager doesn't tend to have.
Necessarily, though, have that twang that a lot of the malt liquors have.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they don't call it malt liquor. They call it high gravity lager. Because perhaps there's some process that's different. You know, like if you did King Cobra in Old English and Colt 45, you'll get that, I call it a malt liquor twang. It's like, in the flavor, there's like a little twist to it.
Yeah.
But this just has a straightforward lager taste.
Yeah, very much so.
But that 8.1 has just that bite that just is so grating. This one is a smooth
Yeah.
operator.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's so drinkable in comparison to the 8.1 version.
And I used to buy it
Mhm.
often because they used to have at Walmart the 16-ounce cans,
Mhm.
a six-pack of 16-ounce. They had it for years for $3.88.
Wow.
So you know,
That's just amazing value.
but it started to creep up. But still, I can go to some stores and get a six-pack of these, not this size can, but a six-pack of the pint cans for about $4.50, $4.50, and you can get 12 packs of this beer for about $8.
Wow.
12 pack. I guess it'd be remarkably higher in Australia
Mm.
for 6%.
Yeah,
beer.
I'd hate to think how much they charge there.
But this is not sold there anyway. So.
No.
They may have malt liquors in Australia. I don't know. They don't call them that, obviously.
No. The closest thing I think they had to a malt liquor, like I was saying, was the Tui's Extra Dry Platinum. But I think they lowered the ABV of that, and I don't know whether it's even available on the market anymore. I haven't seen it for at least 5 years. Yeah.
But over there in your country, an easy drinking, smooth 6% lager, they're just not around.
No, I mean not locally, like any of the locally, or the mass-produced Australian beers are generally between 4 and 5% ABV.
And you have to be really careful about something like this because with the drinkability, you could run into some personal problems.
Yeah, because I don't know, like if in a blind taste test, I wouldn't guess this was 6%. This drinks like it was maybe just over 5%. So.
And that's the kind of thing that could sneak up on you, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, one 24-ounce can, you'd probably be fine. But if you got too brave and drank two, and then I was at the store today and I saw they had a 42-ounce bottle for $2.19.
Wow.
And if you drink one of those, I mean, you're just you're gonna get hit, blindsided.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what kind of, it's crisp finish, nice lacing. What kind of score would you give it?
In terms of a score out of 10, I'd probably give this variant of Steel Reserve an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah.
I was gonna say B plus. So you're saying B. I would say 8.8.
It doesn't blow my mind, but it's very good. It's very good. And, if this one were, well, hypothetically speaking, if this were available at home, I'd buy it, regularly. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're putting it on par with the Magnum. You said 8.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I do prefer Magnum over this, but not by any kind of great margin. I like this kind of stuff, but in my case, 6% is the tipping point.
Yeah.
6.0, it's a wonderful experience for me. When I get up to that 8.1, even 7.5 for these Helles lagers, these bright lagers, it's like some kind of claw in my face. It's just.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I think anywhere between 5.5 and 6 is a great ABV for a lager. Like, ideally, that's where they should be. They suffer, I think, when they're lower than that.
But now, if it's an ale, you can get up to 9-10%. It just doesn't have that grating thing about it. It's funny how that works, huh? Ale and lager. So anyway, well, we're finished. So, Laissez le bon temps rouler, a very good beer, excellent beer. I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.
And until next time, fare thee well, all.
You take care.